Have you ever wondered how Johnny Carson shaped the landscape of American television? Picture a man whose charm and humor captivated millions, night after night, for 30 glorious years. That man was Johnny Carson, the effervescent host of The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson. He was more than just a host. He was a companion to many, a voice that echoed through countless American living rooms, a beacon of laughter in a world that often needed a reason to smile. His wit was as sharp as a razor, his humor as refreshing as a cool breeze on a hot summer's day. His interviews were not mere conversations, they were events, full of unexpected revelations and hearty laughter. Carson's influence on American television was profound, his legacy enduring. He didn't just host a show, he crafted an era. Stay with us as we journey through the life and career of this incredible television icon. Johnny Carson, a name synonymous with American television, had humble beginnings. Born on October 23, 1925, in the small town of Corning, Iowa, Johnny was the second son of Homer Lloyd Carson, a power company manager, and Ruth Hook Carson, a homemaker. He was not born with a silver spoon in his mouth, nor was he immediately destined for stardom. His first love was not television or comedy, but magic. At just 12 years old, Johnny purchased a magic kit from a local store and was instantly hooked. He taught himself tricks and illusions, practicing diligently until he could perform them flawlessly. His favorite trick? A disappearing coin act he would later jokingly refer to as the start of my show business career. In high school, he further developed his entertainer's spirit, performing not only magic tricks, but also ventriloquism acts for his classmates. He was a hit at school assemblies and local events, earning the nickname the Great Carsoni. His love for performance and his natural charisma shone through, and it was clear even then that Carson had a knack for entertaining. After high school, Johnny enlisted in the U.S. Navy, serving during World War II. But even while serving, he never lost his passion for performance. He entertained his fellow sailors with magic tricks and jokes, honing his skills even in the midst of global conflict. Post-war, Johnny attended the University of Nebraska, majoring in radio and speech with a minor in physics. He continued to perform, but now on radio shows and local theater productions. His charm and wit began to attract attention, and slowly but surely, Johnny Carson was paving his way into the world of entertainment. From a small town in Iowa to the bright lights of Hollywood, from a young magician to an iconic television host, Johnny Carson's journey was filled with determination, passion, and a dash of magic. But his journey was just beginning. Carson's television career took off like a rocket, an apt metaphor considering the rapid ascent of his career trajectory. From his early days in television, Carson displayed a natural knack for entertaining that would set the stage for his future success. His first significant venture into television was as a writer for The Red Skelton Show. Skelton, a well-known comedian at the time, accidentally knocked himself unconscious one day, and Carson was asked to step in. His spontaneous performance was a hit, and it became clear that Carson had a natural talent for the spotlight. From that point on, Carson's career in front of the camera began to flourish. He hosted a number of shows, such as Earn Your Vacation and The Johnny Carson Show, a comedy variety show. However, it wasn't until his move to The Tonight Show that Carson truly found his footing. In 1962, after a successful stint as the host of the game show, Who Do You Trust?, Carson was offered the position of host for The Tonight Show, a late-night talk show that was already popular among American households. It was a significant leap, but Carson, with his characteristic wit and charm, took it in stride. His first night on The Tonight Show was October 1, 1962. The show was an instant success. Carson's unique blend of humor, wit, and relaxed conversational style, combined with his knack for interviewing celebrities, resonated with viewers. In the blink of an eye, Carson had transformed from a relatively unknown figure to one of the most beloved personas on television. He brought a fresh, distinctive voice to late-night television, and his style set the standard for future talk show hosts. With his move to The Tonight Show, Carson had finally found a platform that could fully harness his talent. His quick wit, easy rapport with guests, and his uncanny ability to connect with viewers at home made him an instant hit. He was a natural, a born entertainer, and thus, the era of Johnny Carson had begun. For 30 years, Carson was a constant, comforting presence in American households. This statement couldn't be more accurate. As the host of The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson, he became more than just a late-night television personality. He was a friend, a confidant, a source of laughter and relief after a long day. Johnny Carson's reign on The Tonight Show was nothing short of extraordinary. His tenure, which spanned from 1962 until 1992, marked an era of television that was defined by his unique blend of humor, wit, and charm. And it was in this arena that Carson truly shone. Carson's interviewing style was a masterclass in the art of conversation. He was a skilled listener, adept at drawing out his guests with thoughtful questions and genuine interest. He had an uncanny ability to make his guests feel at ease, allowing them to open up and share personal anecdotes, insights, and even the occasional secret. And he did it all with a twinkle in his eye, a gentle, self-deprecating humor that endeared him to viewers and guests alike. His humor was often subtle, a clever mix of wit and whimsy that was uniquely his own. He had a knack for finding the funny in the everyday, turning mundane situations into comedic gold. His monologues were a highlight of the show, a mix of topical humor, clever wordplay, and his signature delivery that had audiences in stitches. But it wasn't all laughs with Carson. He had a knack for tackling serious topics with sensitivity and grace, often using humor to diffuse tension and foster understanding. His interviews were a delicate balance of humor and heartfelt conversation, a testament to his skills as a host and a communicator. Some of Carson's most memorable moments on The Tonight Show have become iconic pieces of television history. Who could forget the time he donned a turban and became Karnak the Magnificent, delivering hilarious answers to unseen questions? Or the classic moment when he coaxed a confession out of Arnold Schwarzenegger about his plans to run for governor? These moments, and countless others, are a testament to Carson's immense talent and his enduring appeal. But perhaps what made Carson truly special was his ability to connect with his audience. He had a knack for making viewers feel like they were part of the conversation, part of the joke. He brought a sense of warmth and familiarity to late-night television, a feeling of camaraderie that kept viewers coming back night after night. Carson was more than just a host. He was a fixture of American culture. His influence can still be felt today, in the humor and style of late-night hosts who followed in his footsteps. He was a pioneer, a trailblazer, a true legend of television. And for 30 years, he was a part of our lives, bringing laughter, insight, and a touch of magic to our living rooms each night. His reign on The Tonight Show was truly one for the ages. Even after his retirement, Carson's impact on television remained profound. For 3 decades, Johnny Carson was the king of late-night television. But his reign didn't end with his retirement. No, it continued, shaping the landscape of television, inspiring countless comedians and hosts, and leaving a legacy that remains unmatched to this day. Let's take a moment to consider the magnitude of Carson's influence. When we look at the pantheon of late-night hosts who followed in his footsteps, we see a trail of stars who owe their success, at least in part, to the template Carson created. Figures like Jay Leno, David Letterman, Conan O'Brien, Jimmy Fallon, and even the irreverent Stephen Colbert have all acknowledged the influence of Carson on their careers. They've adopted his style, his humor, his knack for interviews, and his ability to connect with audiences night after night. Beyond these household names, Carson's influence extends into the wider world of comedy. He was a launching pad for stand-up comedians, offering them a stage to reach millions of viewers. Comedians like Jerry Seinfeld, Roseanne Barr, and Drew Carey all got their big breaks on The Tonight Show. Carson's sharp wit and impeccable comedic timing set a standard for humor that many comedians still aspire to. But Carson's legacy is not just about the people he influenced. It's also about the enduring popularity of his style. His blend of wit, charm, and down-to-earth persona struck a chord with audiences, making The Tonight Show a staple of American television. Even today, this style remains the gold standard for late-night talk shows. It's a testament to Carson's enduring appeal that, decades after his retirement, reruns of The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson continue to draw audiences, and his classic interviews are still enjoyed by millions on platforms like YouTube. Carson's impact on the industry also extended beyond his own program. His success helped to cement the importance of the late-night television slot, paving the way for other shows in similar time slots. He proved that late night was not just a time for infomercials or reruns, but a prime-time slot in its own right, where new content could thrive and reach a wide audience. And let's not forget the cultural impact. Phrases like, "Here's Johnny," and the iconic golf swing became part of the American cultural lexicon, and Carson himself became a beloved figure, known and admired by millions. It's clear that Carson's influence on television is far-reaching and enduring. His wit, humor, and unique style set a new standard for late-night television and left an indelible mark on the industry. Carson's legacy is one that continues to shape the world of television. His influence can still be seen in the late-night landscape today, in the comedians he inspired, and in the enduring popularity of his style. Even after his retirement, the king of late-night television continues to reign. So, what is the impact of Johnny Carson on American television? To answer this, we need to circle back to the key points we've discussed throughout this journey. Johnny Carson was not just a figure on the television. He was a nightly guest in American homes, a friend who brought laughter, charm, and moments of genuine human connection. From his humble beginnings to the pinnacle of television success, Carson's journey was marked by his unique blend of wit and warmth. His quick humor and remarkable timing, often laced with a dash of self-deprecation, endeared him to millions. It's this humor that brought a sense of lightness to late-night television, a legacy that continues to shape the genre today. Carson's knack for engaging interviews was another cornerstone of his success. Whether he was chatting with a movie star or a monkey, Carson had a way of making every guest feel at ease. His interviews were not just about promoting the latest film or book, they were about connecting with his guests on a human level, revealing the person behind the public persona. But perhaps one of the most significant aspects of Carson's legacy is the platform he provided for new talent. Numerous comedians, musicians, and performers got their big break on The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson. His commitment to spotlighting new talent was a testament to his love for entertainment and his desire to keep the industry vibrant and diverse. Finally, we cannot overlook the cultural impact of Carson's tenure on The Tonight Show. For 3 decades, he was a consistent voice in a rapidly changing world. Through political upheavals, social changes, and cultural shifts, Carson was there, offering a nightly dose of humor, camaraderie, and comfort. So, to sum it up, Johnny Carson's impact on American television is deeply woven into the fabric of the medium. His humor, his humanity, his talent for connecting with guests, and his commitment to nurturing new talent have left an indelible imprint on the world of entertainment. In the world of American television, there will always be a place for Johnny Carson. In the end, Johnny Carson was more than just a television host. He was a beacon of humor, a confidant to the stars, and a friend who visited our living rooms each night. With a sharp wit, a charismatic demeanor, and a knack for asking just the right questions, Carson captivated audiences and guests alike. He had the rare ability to make everyone feel like they were a part of the conversation, an integral part of the show, and indeed, a part of his world. Carson's personal qualities were the secret ingredients that made him so beloved. His quick wit kept us on our toes, his charm drew us in, and his genuine interest in his guests made us feel connected. He was a master of the art of conversation, deftly navigating interviews with a skill that made it seem effortless. Yet, behind the scenes, he was a diligent professional, always prepared, always focused, always striving for the best. His impact on the industry cannot be overstated. Carson redefined the late-night talk show genre, setting a high bar for those who followed in his footsteps. His influence can be seen in the format of many shows today, from the opening monologue to the celebrity interviews, to the comedic sketches that intersperse the dialogue. He was a pioneer, a trendsetter, and a visionary. As for his lasting legacy, it goes beyond the laughter and the memorable moments. Johnny Carson taught us the power of humor in bringing people together. He showed us that it's okay to laugh at ourselves, to find joy in the mundane, and to celebrate the extraordinary. He reminded us of the importance of conversation, of connection, and of shared experiences. Johnny Carson, a true icon of American television, will forever be remembered for his wit, charm, and the laughter he brought into our homes. His spirit lives on in the laughter he inspired, the careers he launched, and the countless nights he made a little brighter. He was and always will be the king of late night,